I wanna feed into this college Everport thing. So the people on Low Move Radio are really giving, and I'm bringing that up because Kyler's helped a lot of people, but niggas still do like dumbass shit to him, bro, and me too. And the thing about Kyler though is he keeps telling motherfuckers like, dog, why do you do this shit to yourselves, dude? Why do you do that to us? Because, like, in the end, you're not really fucking us over. You're really fucking yourself over with the way that you treat us, bro.
That's what Ray's like, bro. They don't know anything better.
Kyler said, you know,
cell phone in these kids' hands and close the door, and they learn everything out the kids. Cell phones was babysitting these kids while mom and daddy and their friends was out there hanging out. Kyler said, here's your cell phone, bam, bye.
Kyler said too, and I want to bring this up because it's very fucking important. Kyler said, do you know how many basically creators come to like this moment of enlightenment where they want to kill themselves because it's so fucking depressing once you become. Yeah, because they know now, and they know so many things, and like there's niggas that unalive themselves because you got to use that word. Because Kyler said you got to use that word. You can't just like say certain things, right? So motherfuckers is unaliving themselves as we speak because of this type of shit that we talking about, which is why audio fentanyl was so important, and all these movements that we're doing for mental health and wellness. It's so fucking important to the culture because y'all niggas want to be assholes and dickheads. It's alright, I'm an asshole and a dickhead too, but like it's a way you gotta do it right without being an asshole and a dickhead.
If you're an asshole and dickhead, the two people you gotta be nice and welcoming and motivate folk people.
Call from Leidi Tee.
Leidi Tee, hold on a sec. Trying to swap the call real quick. Let me hold on a sec.
Good.
Okay, everybody, can you hear me?
Oh yeah.
Okay, Leidi Tee, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Hi. There you go. Hi.
What's up, Leidi Tee?
I was just saying about your lyrics and how I've been saying your lyrics for years. I didn't tell him that you curved me and didn't answer none of my calls until
It's the first time for the exclusive.
Out there like that.
Yeah, why'd you curve the homie? I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do how I usually do. I'm the co-host. My name Kode Red. What's up? How you doing?
Yeah, I don't mind answering questions though, but you know, for the most part, I don't know. I didn't know him like that at first.
I get it.
Okay.
And I don't work with a lot of new artists like right off the bat until I get to know them.
I get it. I was gonna say because you know, if a hummingbird fly around you, like it's really important. It's really special. To good luck to. You know what I'm saying? 100.
That too. You gotta make sure you don't want to be dealing with the help that much.
No, we certified over here, baby girl. We got you. You know what I'm saying? We certified over here, man. On top. So how you feeling tonight? How you feeling?
Good. Rested up.
We've been on that Valentine's stuff. I got my boy Kode Red to talk about some stuff about how relationships be motivating music. You know, you had the input on that.
Yes, please. I'm done crying on the show tonight. I was over here. You know, real men shed tears. Fuck that.
I don't know. But I think that everything in life motivates music. Like everything that you go through, from you know things that you face on a daily basis. Like everything that you go through in life is always a story to tell. So real emotions like love, heartbreak, all of that, it creates the realest music that people can relate to.
Say that.
Say that again. That part.
Straight up.
Yeah, I mean, I made some of my best songs like going through problems in a relationship, and that's therapy for me. You know, I find a beat, go to it, and let everything that I feel out. And you know, when you can get everything that you're feeling out on that track, you know what I'm saying? When you're feeling the emotion at that moment, those lyrics and the way you approach it, like your energy hits different.
Okay. Yeah, so then he brought you to a good track because a lot of what we're doing, me and Berg got a group called Audio Fentanyl, which I'm one part of, right? So he definitely brought you to a good track because we discuss a lot of that stuff. I'm a peer support specialist, by the way, too. So if you ever need a hug or a friend, man, like I'm right here. Can you run us a little bit of a synopsis about yourself and like things that you've done in this industry to familiarize us with you and as well as the audience? Can you do that?
What I've done in the industry, well, I've been doing music for a long time, like mostly my whole life. You know, it kind of runs through the genes. Kind of did it like a lot of talent shows growing up, and then once I reached a certain age, like when I was 21, I signed with a local label from where I was from at the time in Montgomery, Alabama. And I did that for like 4 years, and I got an offer, like a couple offers here and there out in the mainstream, but I kind of just decided to just remain an independent artist and been kind of pushing that right now.
Well, I remember you talking to me earlier and you told me about how they told you at first that you could do your own thing, have your own creative rights, make your music, and then when it came down to the get down, what was you saying? They were trying to switch up or make you how they wanted
to
be?
Like originally when the first person reached out to me dealing with the contract, they were saying that I would have some creative rights. And but when we went to the meeting, they redacted all of that and said that I wouldn't have any creative rights, that basically my image was going to be molded and that I would have to come out up under one of their upcoming artists in order to kind of be seen and heard, you know, to get out there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
wow.
She used that word too, redacted. You see that in red ink right there? That's how you know she real.
No, I know what they're doing. I know what they're trying to do. It's just part of the marketing. I mean, they got somebody under their label and they already pushing them, and so they want to push her under them so that when they do push her, she's already known. She's already got a name for herself under their catalog or whatnot.
Right.
I see that too. I understand that too. Let me ask you this question. Having experience in the industry, how do you feel about the prisons and the kindergarten pipeline? Like, do you feel that these companies are behind a lot of maybe these artists' desks or like pushing certain agendas weaponized in this music? Because we talk about that over here too. I want to know how you feel about that and get a female take on that because that's interesting.
Yeah, so like with the whole industry thing, the reason why, you know, I wasn't really pushing to be a main artist up under a label as such, because there are a lot of things that happen in the music industry where you know that those people up in higher chairs are behind us, like in the music industry. As far as, you know, music is a way to reach everyone. You know, it's like a main source where you can reach a massive group of people. And so the messages that they put in their music, you know, I feel like is responsible for the way that society is today. You know, like a lot of these girls out here, they're hoes. A lot of these dudes think that, you know, being on drugs is the thing and killing other motherfuckers is the end thing, and that's what you do. So it's kind of like a brainwashing tactic.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay, so shout out JBlue Divine. If you ever heard of her, look up JBlue Divine Spiritual Gangster. That's my label mate too, and I'm all for powerful women that speak the way that you're speaking right now, because like I feel like it's a lot of you prophetesses coming out right now, and like so anytime any of y'all come into the fold, I love it, and I'm there with y'all. You know what I'm saying? To like guide y'all through whatever y'all going through and to be with y'all and work with y'all like one, because like we need that more, you know. I want to ask how do you feel about the Tory Lanez case, because we was feeding into that earlier too. How do you feel about the involvement with Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez, and do you think Rockefeller was behind that whole John, or do you think Tory did it? Like, and you're not going to get judged for your opinion or nothing. We just want to know what's going on, you know what I'm saying, from a female perspective. Like, I want to know.
Okay, I'm going to be strictly honest with you on this. When it comes to things that goes on in the world, and as far as like news and things like that, I'm on a spiritual path right now, and I feel like a lot of that is a lot of distractions in the world.
Yeah. So
I try to put ear on things like that and get distracted and caught up in things like that.
Right, because we got to focus on you. You know?
Right.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah,
I respect.
I'm worried about what other people got going on, you know, like life is hard out here, you know, and
Yeah.
when you're trying to accomplish things, these things that we tend to put our focus on becomes a distraction.
Right. Right. Yeah, that's crazy because we were just talking about Snoop. You know, we didn't know that Snoop has never won a Grammy. He's been nominated 16 times, and he just now talking about he ain't going to the Grammys no more. And that's, he gets, so it's like people successful like him don't even want to go to the Grammys no more. So why would you pay attention to something about something if you when you got bunch of things going on in your life, so yeah. That's
it's a distraction.
It's a distraction, yeah.
Social media and keep you smiling so you can quit talking about pedophile out.
Mm-hmm. Well, what do you think? I mean, how do you feel about how do you feel about being shaded in the industry? And I was just talking about in general, like there's a lot of people getting shaded, like just in, Kanye West or or maybe that's a distraction too, so we can't talk about that. But yeah, but I mean, I'm pretty sure you've been shaded before, and you can share with us about how you defend yourself or how you get down, or what what's your medicine.
So that's why I'm like trying to prod her for answers, because I respect his confidence in the midst of the building, and so I can feel her energy too. So and you know how I am, you know what I mean? So like, we need to test.
I was like, man, I gotta see, I gotta give it a shot. She may say no, but I know the stuff she's been talking is right in line with how it's supposed to be when you grow up a certain way and you realize what's real and what isn't real.
Yeah.
And so that's why I say violence is violence too, because for some of these young ladies out here that might not know, you know what I'm saying, we're going to need a Leidi Tee to speak up right now, you know what I'm saying, and let them know what type of time it is, and we got to have some serious discussion, particularly as an indigenous culture here at the table, you know what I'm saying, like that's why I'm the lone wolf, that's why I'm around it.
So Leidi Tee, how do you deal with the pressure and the toxicness in the industry? Like what you're going through now with the record label trying to get you to mold your image. Like how do you like deal with that stuff?
Well, as I said before, like I'm on this spiritual thing, right? Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, what's for me is for me, and what's not is not. At the end of the day, it just motivates me to do what my main purpose is. Like I feel like God gave me this talent and this gift for a reason. Mm-hmm. So it is my responsibility, because music has went so left field over the years, where the messages that they have in the music isn't really messages. Like what happened to the music where we're trying to enlighten and teach the next generation something. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So my sole purpose when it comes to my music is to plant seeds and to let them know the way that you should be, because they're misguided in society today. Women think that it's okay to just go out there half naked, be hoes, like throw their coochie out and play shake ass, and that's what life is about. But that's not what life is about.
Yeah, that's right.
What being is about.
Right. Wow. What? Okay. I like that. I like that. You do remind me. That is some spiritual speaking right there. That's us. Yeah, I respect that. Kode Red, what was you want to say? What was it?
Oh, that was me. I was over here bragging about.
Yeah, no, I'm on mute. Yeah, no, I'm on mute. I mute myself on this show. Over there, they got to use the mute button on me, right? But look, so I'm loving her vibe right now, man. I dig it. You know what I mean? I just want to shout out Rancho Bella too, because I'm gonna go ahead, and the reason I'm gonna shout that out is because it works with mental health and wellness too, and I want to work with them too with mental health, wellness, and things of that nature. And I don't think they understand how deep the iceberg that we go through over here is, and you might need to add that female touch over here. You know what I'm saying, to make that come through. So.
About it. We need that.
I definitely want to shout that out, like, because it's time now. And I'm going to go ahead and show these people at Rancho Bella this show when Blue gives me this clip, man. Because she just hit the nail on the head, and I've been waiting for that the whole time. So.
So you're so Leidi Tee, you're working on so you're on a spiritual awakening too. Am I correct?
Who, me?
Yeah, you just like on a spiritual awakening right now, just trying to so just basically, so you've been like so are you doing like Christian music now, or like can you kind of break down like what type of content you bring in to the music, to your music now? Because I've checked you out before, and you got some great sound. You're a top tier artist, and I'm just trying to wonder, like, what is you working on now?
See, before I was into that gangster stuff real hard because originally, I mean, I'm as real as they come as a female because everything that there was to do in the streets back in the days, I gang banged, I sold dope, I did some time, I've been through some things in life. And so when I started to grow up, and mature a bit and find my purpose in life, now it's getting to the point where I'm actually focusing on switching over to like doing gossip rap, like dealing just like I said, planting seeds. You know what I'm saying? Like I want people to enlighten people to teach you something, because like I said, life is hard. You know what I'm saying? And I've been through a lot, and so these are testimonies that I'm able to tell people. Like I've been where you've been. You know what I'm saying? I've been at the lowest. I've been through the struggle. I've been in the streets. I've been through all of that. Mm-hmm. And I can tell you better ways to get through life than to just put yourself in a stereotypical mind frame that society is trying to put us in. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Amen.
See the answer. That's why the answer is so important. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need a verse out of you too, Leidi Tee. Hold up, bro. Hold up. The answer important. You know what I'm saying? That's why because this is how a lot of activity started here at West Coast Mafia. Because we was, we was putting out a lot of healing tracks too. Already, Blue was already fucking with that. But when I came here at first, I started putting out a lot of gangster shit and going to war with niggas, and then I kind of backed up. You know what I'm saying? And like as Blue knows, and I started adding more mental health wellness, and that's how we came up with the answer. And then
it's 183. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I finally got it. It's 183.
Okay.
What is that?
What does that
mean?
Oh shit. Okay, so behind the scenes, I do a little dibbling and dabbling in frequencies because that's just how my mom raised me. And one of our first shows, I was on a show with Kode Red and that dude Tyler, and I could instantly tell what the frequency was. But this one was jumping around, and it's 183. So I'm googling what frequency 183 is. Oh, it's a motivational frequency to boost the power of success. That's Leidi.
That's facts. It's both of us because that's the reason why it's the answer, bro. That's why I'm telling you. I have to get a verse out of her eventually for this album.
He's like, what's the frequency? I'm like, bro, I keep moving.
Because I could feel it when she walked in the building, and I know she's a prophetess, and I'm a prophet too, my nigga. I'll be getting dreams and shit. Matter of fact, I haven't discussed that with y'all about that dream that I had about that security guard Burdnest. Can you break it down for us, verse? So I'm just not consistently talking on the show. Like, break it down for us.
If I remember correctly, was it an oversized big security guard in the dream?
He was tall and skinny. And there was another one. I can't remember what the second one looked like, but the dude came to me. He was stepping to me, and for some reason they didn't want me in that building. And he was like, "Can I just get him?" And he was like, "Not on the clock." And he said, "Well, can I take my lunch?" And the other dude told him, "Go ahead." So as soon as he told him to go ahead, he started to step towards me, and I started to walk out the building like Neo, my nigga. And as soon as I crossed the corner, a fucking net spread underneath them, and it put him up into the air, and then it chopped them in pieces, and like all blood came out of him. And I woke up like, ooh. I woke up like that. Oh God!
The meaning of that security guard, like stopping you from maybe you had some choices or some shit, and the security guard was like, "Nah, you don't want to go in here." But let's take a lunch real quick, and I'll show you another exit. And then that dealt with them dudes in the net. I don't know. I really didn't analyze it that much, but you have some choices to make. And you got somebody looking over you, luckily or not luckily, throwing you the opposite direction, and you have to see the results of that bad choice with the net.
Mm-hmm. I fuck with that because I never really saw it from the point of them not letting me into the building because they were trying to protect me from something in the building. I saw it as
maybe the security guard was on the same wavelength, but he was like, he saw your soul. It was like, nah, you don't want to come in here.
That's another thing, bro, and that's not the first time that I've had dreams like these either. So you know what I mean? But that was dope to get a chance to discuss this with Leidi Tee and with y'all, man. What you think the meaning of that dream might have been, Leidi Tee? Let's break it down one time.
It's different ways you can look at it. The dreams are definitely something that needs to be broken down because it's always something that, you know, a higher power, God, that's my higher power, that's always trying to tell you something, you know. Like, for instance, dreams always mean something. Now, I'm going to say this because I'm this type of person. I feel like sometimes I have psychic abilities, and it's crazy because I would have dreams that would stand out vivid. And you know, it doesn't make sense to me because I wake up all confused, like, what the hell, you know? But I realized later on in life, I was going through life and I was having these deja vu moments. Like, I've been here, like, what the hell? And there was this one time where I dreamt something, and it was so crazy when I dreamt it that it stuck with me that when I was in that moment, I said, hold the hell up. I had this dream before, you know, and I was in that moment. So I find that when I have dreams, I'm having dreams of God showing me the future. It may not happen that year, that month, you know, it may happen a couple years down the line, but I guarantee you those dreams happen. It's like God always preparing me for something.
Yes.
You know, or for warning me about something. So he's always talking to us. You know, you just have to be able to open up your spirit enough to learn to accept what he's trying to tell you, to listen, you know, gotta be still to hear what God is trying to tell you.
Yeah, you gotta actually that's really important too, because a lot of people they might ignore it or they manipulate themselves to not pay attention to it, and sometimes you can miss a blessing, or sometimes you can just, you know, you can walk right into an open situation because you didn't listen to those instincts, or, you know. So yeah, I know what that psychic I know what that ability is like. I think I got that too. I don't know
that's why I fuck with you. You do.
Psychic abilities. Some yeah.
You okay over there?
Yeah, I'm just trying to clear my throat, man.
It's that Cali Chronic.
Yeah, it's the Cali Chronic. Yeah, where are you guys at anyway? Where's everybody at?
Texas in the house.
Yeah, I'm in Texas.
Okay, shout out to
from Dago. Oh, y'all in the same neighborhood, so you got to stop by Burdnest eventually anyway.
No, you not.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Yeah, it's 1:04 a.m. over here in 408 California and shit. You know, in Northern Cali.
I may or may not have passed out at the computer screen, and
I know I took a 6-hour nap before this show because I like I told you guys, I had an event for mental wellness today. I was out there doing a Cupid shuffle and a biker shuffle with them. By the time I left, I felt the energy with love. You know what I'm saying? I felt that area with love. It was like, you my dance partner. Chase was screaming, you my dance partner, and I was like, man, I'm like, oh man. And you know what's weird about that shit is I just had a feeling too. You know how sometimes you get that feeling that you gotta dance? You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, I haven't danced in so long. I need to just go get that good-ass West Coast boogie in one time on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they came back, man. We got the biker shuffle, the Cupid shuffle going out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, another new video of this.
Yeah, I can send that to you. Definitely. I can send that to you. Actually, I didn't even know that the homegirl snapped that on me. I got my own video, too, on TikTok, too, but it's just me in my angle just moving around because I've been, you know, it's like a mental health convention, so I just didn't want to violate, like, no HIPAA shit. So I really didn't do it, but the homegirl got me and like, moving through the crowd, and actually it's kind of funny because in the clip, as I'm moving out the crowd, it's a dude coming into the crowd, and he, like, just basically pushed me back into the cipher, like, you got to come back in here and get it one more time. It's a cool clip. It's a cool little clip.
So, Leidi Tee's... Oh, go ahead. My bad.
No, go ahead,
So I was going to say, I wanted to ask all of y'all this, starting with Leidi Tee. So, where can I find y'all music at? On is anybody got any music streaming on digital streaming platforms? Where can we find you on? You know, tell everybody where your music is at.
Well, originally, I wasn't releasing a lot of songs on major platforms because it was like beats that I was just sampling basically. But I just recently started purchasing a lot of beats, so I have a lot that is going to drop on major platforms soon. I only have one song out there on all the platforms like YouTube, iTunes, all that stuff, Apple Music. But within the next 3 months is when I'm actually going to start dropping all of the songs that I've actually have been putting to the side and really going hard on, because I wanted to make sure it was A1 quality before I dropped it, and kind of be prepared to be able to plan like videos and things like that I'm going to drop on YouTube.
Wow, that's awesome. That's wonderful.
I don't know why she's trying to be humble over there. The number one app on the Google Play Store, what is that app?
Rap Fame app by Rap Tech Studios. Rap Fame app.
This lady has awarded this longer than Snoop Dogg's snub list, so she ain't gonna brag about it. I will. Woman of the Year, all kinds of stuff, bro.
Overall,
she know about it. You better know. You gonna know now.
When I first, yeah.
She's like, on the next song, she's like, you let me mix it. She's a cold ass engineer too, bro.
I swear. Yeah, they won't give me no work because they don't like me over there. I'll go over there and fuck some niggas up.
It's really hard. It's really hard on that. There, it's really hard, but it's a dope app, and you get to meet some really interesting artists on there. And Leidi Tee was one of those interesting artists, and I think she's friends with somebody I know. But I used to hear her do collabs with somebody on the app, and that's what I liked about Leidi Tee. Was she's like really a humble person. You might have to get to know her to do music with her, but once you get to know her, she's a really humble person, and that's so. Yeah. Shout out to Leidi Tee, man, for coming to your spiritual awakening and coming to do music for gospel. And soul and stuff like that. And I can't wait to hear what you got. I can't wait to hear it. What you got coming out. Yeah.
I can't wait to get into that. I had to take a break from Rap Fame because honestly, sometimes, it's a cool app to network, but sometimes the app can be a little toxic. When I was working on my gospel rap, like trying to venture off into that little realm right there. I got a little distracted with beef on there, because, I'm humble. But you keep poking the bull. I'm a Taurus.
Oh yeah. We don't want to mess with. Don't want to poke at the bull. Yeah, yeah. I heard that. Now we knew that. That's the thing. That's why I've always thought you were so humble, because you have the mindset and the ability to just be that bully, or that you let everyone know like you ain't the one, and it's like you could be like that, but you more. I thought you were more. You seem to be more decent and have way better quality music than a lot of these toxic motherfuckers on the app. So yeah, it's crazy. It is toxic.
I'm all about like I give you a little bit of respect. I give everybody a little bit of respect. What you do with that is what you do with that, because all I'm doing is reciprocating the same energy that you're giving me.
Mm-hmm.
So if you take that and you take it left field, then we can go left field, and you're gonna hate that you took me there. But other than that, as long as you show me a level of respect, and I'm gonna give you that same respect back.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I'm not that one. I'm not gonna stand down. So if you come for me, I'm at your neck.
Yeah.
I like it. We got to careful. I got a question. I got a question for Leidi Tee real quick before we get into the rest of our qualifications right quick. You know what I'm saying? Our social links and all that shit. So I got to ask the important questions at the show, right? That's a part of my job as a co-host. So the important question that the audience wants to know is: are you single? If you are, do you got a Valentine's Day? And if you do have a Valentine's Day, what are they bringing? I'm saying how they got to function with Leidi Tee on Valentine's Day. Let us know.
Okay, so do y'all know Breeze from Rap Fame?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, is that HT Aftermath?
Yeah, HT Aftermath. So me and him are in the same crew. Well, that's been my man for 7 years to just recently. So we've been off and on, so we're off right now. So
wow. 7 years. Okay, off and on. That's what's up. Damn. Okay.
That's an important relationship.
This
right
making
there.
you making the ratings go up now.
I know. I'm doing this on purpose. I told you I gotta ask the important questions of the show. Bird, let me get a frequency reading as we doing this. You know what I'm saying? I gotta moderate the show, man. I gotta do my job.
Shout out to HT Aftermath.
That's how I gotta do it. If I don't do this, Bird, Blue gonna kick me off the show. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not getting the bills paid. We're not covering the overhead. So, here's the question: Is you got a Valentine's Day, and if you do have a Valentine's Day, how they gotta function with you? Let's do that too.
Actually, I don't have anything going on for Valentine's Day because I'm actually in grind mode on that day.
Okay.
So, what I'm be doing, making money.
Nice.
If you did have a Valentine's Day, how your Valentine's Day gotta function with you? Let's see this. We gotta know which. You know what I mean? The guys in the audience, they love you, so we gotta see how. You know what I'm saying? We gotta see what's popping.
Well, I'm not your typical female. I'm very laid back. You know, like I don't need the materialistic things. I'm good. You know, if we were just at home having a good dinner, you know what I'm saying, sipping on a little something, just enjoying each other's company. I'm not all for the extravagant things. You know, we don't have to get dressed up and go out. But if, you know, that's what you want to do, then of course I'm going to get nice and get fly for him, you know what I'm saying? Give me something to look at while I'm on his arm. But for the most part, I don't need all of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just in the comfort of home.
Okay.
She said not only is the flow gully, but she clean up nice.
Wow.
Facts, yo, facts.
Wow. You know what I want to say, man? It's an honor to have you on the show. Shout out to Bird, Burdnest, and everybody. It's really an honor to have you on the show. I just want to say thank you, and thank you, Burdnest, and thank you, Kode Red. Wow. So, what was the next?
Let's start your social calls real quick.
Yeah, social media. Social media.
We got the most important, of course, the giant of the game, TikTok. Freaking TikTok. ITVA. It's like Italian, like it's ITVA _ BURD. YouTube Burdnest Music. It's BURDZ MUSIX Music. Burdnest Music. And then all you gotta do is Google my name. Really, it'll take you to all my socials. You can Google my government name, Tyson Nevels, TysonNevils.
I love that about him because he's so fly out the door, you know what I'm saying, with the real name and everything. He like, I don't want to skirt or check. Y'all niggas can come to the door if you want. I got this hummingbird feeder over here for you niggas. All right, so we're going to do me next. Same game as Bird, you know what I'm saying? Right now I'm on TikTok trying to kill it. Shout out to Hills Cartel because we'll be working with them this year, trying to do some shit. We're going to see how that process is going to work and what's going to happen. I'll keep you updated on that. So at RONIN.MALICIA at Ronin.militia. Over there, we got a lot of wellness type shit. I'm one half audio fentanyl in the fucking building. But order, Cosmic Assembly, shit, Down Boulevard, all that shit. And then for Band Lab, it's at Ronin Militia. Same thing without the dot. Let's go.
For sure. That's what's up, man. So my next question is how is it that how do we how do you guys work in the studio? Like, what do you guys play with when y'all like play with the effects or and mix and master? Like, how do y'all work with that?
Go ahead, lady.
Yeah, everybody don't be so shy. Come on, we all friends here.
No, we all got old school morals. We waiting on the lady to go first, and she ain't used to that in this generation.
Some of these niggas do be walking them on the outside of the street too, and they don't know no better. Tell them about that shit, Leidi Tee. They don't know no better.
Yeah, they don't know any better. So when I find a man that actually, knows to, that he walks on the outside of me and puts me on the inside, I was like, oh, look at this.
She said that's uncommon. She said that's a rare Pokemon. Shout out to my nigga Otis Beckman.
What are you talking about? So you want to know like the create, like how we creative process and when we start recording, what's our little process, JBlue?
Yeah, like what's the creative process to making your voice sound all, like blend in with the beat, with the and make it sound all like all it's all beautiful and the shit.
I'm gonna let you go first, and then I'll come after that.
Okay, I got you.
My voice blend with the beat. A lot of times, my creative process, it just really depends on how I'm vibing with the beat and what the topic is. For the most part, a lot of the hooks that I do, I freestyle those. So
really,
whatever comes to the heart, like when I hear the beat, I vibe with it for a minute, start feeling it, and whatever comes out when I open up my mouth, I'm vibing with it. Like that's what my heart is saying to say on this beat.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go from there, and work on the hook a little bit, and then I started writing my bars for that. I have a home studio set up, so, and it's crazy because I have this walk-in closet, so I have a mic set up in the closet.
Okay.
But,
that ain't crazy.
Okay. No, that's not crazy. That's good for sound quality. Yeah, that's good for sound quality.
I think that's good for soundproof.
What kind of material are you using to wrap it? Are you using polystyrofoam? What are you doing?
It's just I have 3 different mics and pop filters, and and then I have my laptop and connections that if I want to do them BandLab, I hook all the settings up to my iPhone.
Okay.
But,
that's dope.
Okay.
Yeah.
She got the Bombay set up like that. Like that's why Bombay is trying to get us these iPads at the station too. Shout out to Bombay. I know he's busy, so we might have to wait a minute. But yeah, they trying to get us that linked on that too. I'm a Galaxy boy, so it's a little bit weird to me. Like,
I got a really good question for Leidi Tee. Okay, what do you think is what is your definition of an MC?
MC. The definition of it.
And what's the difference between an MC and a rapper or artist? If there's a difference, what is that? What is an MC to you?
The difference between the two is lyrical content to me. MCs are more lyrical. A rapper gets in there and they can say that they're lyrical, but at the end of the day, sometimes they're just rapping nonsense. Like they're just trying to come up with something catchy,
boasting
for people to, so it's a difference between being lyrical and just coming up with something catchy.
Yeah.
I got a question for you too. Who is your favorite female MC in this generation, and who is your favorite female rapper in this generation? That's what I'm gonna ask.
In this generation, after a certain year, I stopped listening to music on the radio, and honestly, and that's because I don't listen to Nicki Minaj or any of that, because I think it was one time they came out with a song that made me stop listening to the radio. I think it was, do y'all remember that song, Chicken Noodle Soup with a Soda on the side?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, when they came out with that and they performed at the awards, that did it for me. It just kind of just, like, hell no, because music it's just not it anymore, especially when that right there, just made a big chicken noodle soup with a fucking soda on the side. Like, come on, for real? Like, this is what we're doing.
Wow, tell him, Leidi Tee, tell him.
Yeah. That just kind of kills for me, because they're not talking about anything. And then every time I listen to a song now, like I've tried a couple of times within the last few years to turn on the radio, but then it's like half of these people on the radio sound like they doped the hell up. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody popping mollies and perks and all this other shit. Like, bruh, I don't even understand what the hell you're saying. And then most of your shit is damn ad-libs. Like, I'm good on that.
It's wow. That's crazy that you're breaking it down like that, because I would have thought that like a lot of people that are in the music industry or like are part of understand that culture, are really glorify or like look up to that. But I find it that people are actually very critical within the culture, like within the industry, with like all these rappers like Lil Ratchet and 6ix9ine and certain people, or a lot, and I find that kind of very disturbing myself. That made me want to kind of just turn away from hip hop as like it's very detrimental or something. You get what I mean?
We were talking earlier about how our culture would talk about moving, pushing weight, like like selling dope. This culture talks about using it. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And the standard on the drug dealers is not the same. Like back in the days, if you're a pusher in certain neighborhoods, particularly Cali, and me growing up in Dago, I'm gonna use Dago as an example. In Dago, if you were pushing weight back in the days and a client got too hooked, other pushers and the other gangsters would pretty much tell you like, hey, you can't push to X, Y, and Z no more because they already washed out. These niggas nowadays are fucking. You find a pregnant female, bro. Find a pregnant female, know that she pregnant, my nigga, and still give her this fentanyl shit, which is in every fucking thing now. And it like the rules are not the same. The integrity is not the same in the street level, and the love that the streets used to give us is not there no more. I always say there's no more dinners at Big Mama house. So, Leidi Tee, can you cook? And what is your dish to make? And can we have Sunday dinners at your house from now on? That's what I'm saying.
I love to feed people, and at the end of the day, yes, I cook. I'm not one of those pop it in the microwave or pull out something out the freezer, stick it in the oven. I'm not one of those types. I'm very well cultured. So you want soul food, you want Hawaiian food, you want Filipino food, look, I'm well rounded with cooking.
Oh
and
shit!
I cook from scratch.
Oh boy. Okay. Damn. Hell. I'm feeling hungry already.
Yeah, my favorite thing to cook is like either something dealing with Southern food, like soul food, or like making pepper steak or some shit like that.
Wow. Damn. Don't invite her to Thanksgiving. She gonna cook it. She gonna bake it. She gonna make it.
She did tap us all out, man, and all I got is this fucking bag of chips right now. Even though I had a home cooked meal tonight too, though, but right now all I got is chips. I'm hungry now.
Get on that topic. I gotta get off this phone though because something's calling me in the studio. But you talking about how to get your voice and shit right, sitting in the mic.
Yeah. What was okay, go ahead.
I'm still not. I mean, I'm better than I was, but I'm still not where I want to be. But it was just me tinkering around with sounds and then jumping from the car to you get your vocals and you turn it up a certain level. I go to the car and listen to it. It sounds a certain way on a home speaker. It's just a lot of trial and error. And then I realized that I have to go to school for this because there's some tricks and there's some stuff. Unless you're like Leidi Tee and just pick up on it. Like, I had to learn the certain frequencies and there's some kind of rules to most of it. But most of it's just playing with it. Like, record it at a level, bro, and then go to your car and listen to it and see how it sounds, because that's where most people listen to their music. And then put it on some home speakers. It sounds different. So you just do that 5 or 6 times until you get a good sound. It's like the way to do it without going to school. That can get you closest to the best process you want.
Okay. That's what's up.
That's how Eminem do that shit too. Is Eminem was using different speakers from place to place. I'm atheist when it comes to rap guys though, but like for real though, that's a process that Eminem has described using more than once.
Hey man, I love y'all, bro. I gotta get the music's calling me, and I'm not about to say no.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get to that fucking track after the show.
You making me shine. I appreciate it.
No problem. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much, Burdnest. We appreciate it. If you guys got something to do, we can wrap this up.
We can interview her too if you want. You want to keep interviewing her for a little bit more. But yeah, let's spend 15 more minutes.
Oh, that's up to Leidi Tee. If she's got something to do or if she's not in a big hurry, that's totally up to her. What you think, Leidi Tee?
I'm kind of good with being here for a little bit longer. I took a nap earlier, so I ended up waking up at 1:00, and I'm just up. I'm here.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, cool. We could just continue. Did he check out?
Yeah, he's checked out.
Okay. So
which one artist you want to work with, Leidi Tee, that you haven't worked with yet? Who's one artist you would want to work with?
Same question I wanted to ask.
The app?
Oh, just in general.
In general. Yeah. Well, you and I are A-likes anyways, Blue, so you knew where we were headed.
Wait a minute. Wait. Okay, who is it? Wait, that is a good question. So who is it on the app that you would you want to work with if you like? Because I'm pretty sure I don't even think you. I think everybody wants to work with you. So, is there anybody? Is anyone on the app that you do want to work with?
See, I never thought of. I've been so focused on just doing my thing.
Yeah.
I never thought about other people that. Yeah, there's a lot of people that reach out to me, to work, and if they're pretty decent, or if they can, come to the understanding of, if I feel like their quality isn't on point, if they can agree to let me mix it, then we can work together, But a lot of times I'm kind of tough to work with, because if you drop a verse on there and it's not going hard enough for me, or I feel like, like a lot of people want to freestyle, but if I'm not feeling that freestyle and I'm going to ask you to write something, then I'm going to really need for you to write it, because I'm not going this hard on the track for you not to meet my energy.
Right. That's right. Yeah.
Because normally I used to pay for collabs at one time. I made like roughly over $8,000 over the years collabing, like doing collabs with people on the app.
Uh-huh.
Helping them get their first feature and things like that. And after their first feature, they kept coming back. So, there's some people that I'll work with continuously, but after a while, it wasn't about the money, because I'm really about the music. So if you're a dope artist, I'll work with you.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, run that back. He said you made 8 bands out of RF?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta make it. You gotta be independent, but also, is it true? I mean, I know you may not supposed to tell me this, but like, is it really true that like verified blue checks on the app can make like up to like $50 every 5 features? Is that true?
Hell no, it's not.
Yeah.
It's
So
not.
blue.
I don't,
Okay. So blue. Go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, but at one time, those blue checks, it wasn't very common. So when I first got my blue check, it was an honor to come by that blue check, because we worked hard for that blue check. Now I see they're passing that out like candy. Like it's going to everybody. I've seen somebody with 2 features. Or no, I didn't even think he had a feature. But I think he got a blue check because he spends a lot of money on the app.
Okay.
Hot feeding all those trash ass songs. So, he spent so much, they gave him a blue check, and I was like, what kind of shit is this?
I think I know who you're talking
There's
about.
a lot of trash ass niggas with blue
I
checks.
think I know who you.
Trash ass admins.
I think I remember who you're talking about. I think I seen Chef Success with no features, and he had a blue check. And I asked him, I said, Chef, how did you get a blue check with no features? And he's like, he's like, I don't know. I just woke up and had seen it there, but now he's got a lot of features, and he's verified on like Instagram and stuff like that. But I just wanted to know, like, how did he do it on Rap Fame? So I just wanted to know, wow. So when you got your first, so now that you got your, you've had your blue check, and if you delete the app, is it true that if you delete the app and start a new account, you can't get verified anymore?
I'm not sure how true that is, because I never quit the app, and I've just kind of been there, so I'm not sure about that. But
okay, well that's according to Rap Fame. If you delete your account and you can't you can't get verified again, and so that's why I asked that question, because certain people decided not to delete the app because of that reason, because they wanted to get verified. And so I thought you would know, but you've never done that before.
No, I mean, I've done a lot of things like delete pick of the weeks, which they're funny acting with some of that stuff, because I remember I deleted so many pick of the weeks that I had to ask them one time, after before I used to sound like I was rapping underwater in a damn tunnel. My quality was not good when I first got on the app.
Uh-huh.
And I was pick of the weeks for those songs, but when my quality improved and everything else improved, I was trying to figure out why they were sleeping on me. So I had to literally hit up Rap Fame officials like, yo, am I blacklisted from getting pick of the week because I deleted so many pick of the week? But, they told me that wasn't the issue, but, don't sleep on me, and I put in so much work on this app, and like I'm a Hall of Famer on the app, so you're not gonna just overlook me. Like I'm going harder than a lot of these people you giving pick of the weeks to.
Yes, so yes. Yeah, that's crazy. I feel the frustration. I feel it already. It's that's crazy, because y'all spend a lot of money on the app too. Like, you know, and so, but I mean, I guess they're doing that now. I think back when you were on the app, I think you didn't really have to spend money. You just naturally getting it. And then like now everybody's kind of like just paying for it, or like you said, they're just handing out these features now, or the blue checks like it's candy. And they're not, yeah.
It makes my blue check not seem important, and for the ones that originally got those blue checks, because there wasn't that many of us. I think it was like 20 of us at the time.
Yeah.
And, yeah, but we really worked for that blue check. Like, we was grinding for that check mark. And then I even, like, when a lot of people was like, well, how did you get Hall of Fame? Well, when you became Hall of Fame, it's like you were an ambassador of the app. I worked for that, too. Like, nothing was given to me. I was grinding for all of that.
Yes. Yeah.
It out, like they inducted some more Hall of Famers, and I was like, you know, me and Breeze were talking about, I was like, how in the hell did they get Hall of Fame? You know, like, we're confused because we worked hard on the app for years before we even got to that fact.
So a lot of trash ass niggas, like, I was over there fucking Blue Nose, I was over there knocking niggas out, and even to the point where it got involved in some real life shit, and they still ain't give me the credibility that I deserve. I want to ask you about your Bird experience on your new song with Drastic called Toast. Let's talk about that real quick.
Okay. Yeah, that was a dope ass song they invited me to. So, you know, originally when he sent me the beat, like, I felt like it was a great song. It was a great topic because it's talking about things, you know, back in our days compared to what's going on with this new gen. Like, in my bars, I was talking about, you know, how they moving in the new gen ain't the same, because it's really not. You know, we have standards, we had certain things that we used to do back then, like beef was different. You know, people didn't beef, you know, texting on their cell phones and things like that. You know what I'm saying? It was like you met up face to face, you know, people wasn't scared to take an L. We threw hands, you know, and you keep fighting and fighting until you finally win one, you know. And back then, people could take L's. Nowadays, people pulling out guns because they can't take an L. You know, they scared to say that they got their ass whooped. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But getting your ass whooped builds character. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It teaches you something to fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? Or like when people wasn't glued to their damn phone and we was out there like actually having fun. You know what I'm saying? Linking up and shit, chilling. Or when if we was in the streets, you know, pushing weight, it was different back in the days compared to now. Like, it's a lot of things that we could talk about back then compared to now, how it's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, it builds character. So, like, I'm thankful for those days, you know, because it created a realness in me. You know what I'm saying? That a lot of people can't face because you can't match the realness that I have because we weren't brought up the same.
Wow.
But I know you don't know.
Yeah, I heard that. Yep.
Facts.
And I can hear that in your music right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, like I can hear you saying that in your music, just like how you said it. And it's like, that's for real. So, like now, so are you saying like the app now is just like oversaturated now? Like, is it just getting more like is this, you know, is it something that, is the app something, huh? What was that?
Originally, that rap was Battle Me at first, right? So
yeah.
It was always based on battle.
Okay.
So that's how I made my name originally for myself, is because, you know, I'm a female. I was never, you know, I was never pussy, basically. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when a dude talking shit at me, you got the wrong one. I'm going to let you know what it is. I'm a shit talker, so we can go at this. So, I came a long way on the app, and back then, it was a lot of trash-ass people on the app. No cap. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, I'm going to say that it's brought a lot of dope-ass artists to the app.
Okay.
But, like, compared to how it used to be, there's some dope-ass artists on the app, but honestly, it is oversaturated. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, I don't understand, you know, like, amongst other artists, you would think that you would give people respect and props where it's due, but it's like so many people in competition trying to keep other motherfuckers down that's where the drama begins. You know, it's too many people spinning narratives behind the scenes trying to tear another motherfucker down, all because they want to compete and be the best at this and be the best at that, not knowing that you can be good, but it's always going to be somebody better than you.
Yeah.
You know, and run across a situation like that, then you know what? You let that be your motivation to go even fucking harder, not, you know, create drama, unnecessary ass shit. And sometimes some of these people take that app be so fucking far. They take it outside of the app where it's like real life, where you're trying to destroy people's homes, like calling people spouses, trying to fuck up their marriage, trying to get them fired from their job. Like, bro, if we gonna do all that shit, just drop your ad and let's pull up and let's just handle this shit face to face.
Yes.
Bringing it outside of the app.
Right. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about that too. It's very toxic. A lot what you just said right there. I'm not gonna mention no names, but I could already think about who you're talking about, because it's like that's crazy. That's exactly like Kode Red said it too. There's real life situations that are happening now from the app in real life. Like it's catching up to people's homes, their jobs. It's crazy. And now people are actually trying to like ban people's Facebook account, get their Instagram shut down. They're trying to contact their family. They trying to contact child support, like all kind of crazy stuff. I'd be like, dang. And then you know what the crazy part about it is, people they start hearing about it, reading about it, and then they want to jump in and they want to choose sides, or they want to play both sides of the fence, or they want to just enjoy the show, you know, and pick, you know, it's like that's just be crazy. Yeah.
And the thing is, never take anybody's side. You know that a lot of people were trying to talk shit at me at one time. It was like, oh, you cool with such and such. You know, I don't fuck with you no more. Well, you was never fucking with me from the beginning, because at the end of the day, your beef with that motherfucker is your beef. You know, I don't have anything to do with that. You know, I deal with my own shit, and I don't expect for nobody to side with me because I can handle my own. You know, I don't need a bandwagon of motherfuckers to help me.
Shinobi's here, by the way. Not to cut Leidi Tee off, but Shinobi is here too. Shout out Shinobi and Modern X. What a time for you to call us, man. We're on the show live right now, man.
Yeah, we got a special guest. We got a special guest.
One and owner of what's known as Modern X. So it's good that he called too. And
for sure.
So that's Shinobi. That's Leidi Tee. Leidi Tee. That's Shinobi.
All right.
My name is Marco Peggy. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
Okay, Shinobi, is this Shinobi Bombay, or is this just Shinobi?
No, Cali Bombay and Shinobi are two different things.
Okay, gotcha.
I wanted to make an album called Shinobi just because that's my original name, and I go by Marcos Peggy now, officially. You know.
Okay.
But I'm still Weasel though. Like if they ask in the streets, it's Weasel. You know, like if y'all say Weasel, then they gonna know in the hood. But for the music scene and all that, it's Marcos Peggy.
Okay.
It's interesting because that you called me right now, because we were talking about the Processions era and how influential Jason Voorhees was to the Processions era as well. You know what I'm saying? And so I was explaining how you were my day one and shit, and that type of shit. Shout outs Motor Fire, shout outs niggas like SL500, and then we were getting into talking about like these weird niggas beefing over like new shit. You know what I'm saying, on these new apps and shit, all this fucking bunk ass shit that got real niggas taken from us. So it's a great time that you call.
So Leidi Tee, so are you raising any children right now, or like you have kids?
No, I just recently lost a set of twins, so I just been kind of pausing on that.
Okay, what you have? Wait, you say that one more time.
Sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. I apologize. Okay. Okay. We're sending prayers. Yeah.
Prayers with you through your transition. You know what I'm saying?
Like, and that can be real as hell. People don't realize, like miscarriage. I had one before. That shit feel like a real. That shit be feeling like it's a real thing.
Yeah.
It's like that shit hurts your heart. Like there's no way, shape, or form we could ever compare to what homegirl is going through.
Yeah.
You know, as a man especially. You know, but like, prayers, prayers to you on all that, and just know that God still got you, like, for life, for you yourself. If you're not a religious person, you still got you, you know, but honestly, it goes both ways. God ain't got you if you don't got you.
You know, I gotta be the devil's advocate. Ball mentions God. Can you imagine? I'm a dick, bro. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, bro.
What?
Let's talk to him about the paganism. We do that. Let's say it. Can you tell us about your feelings about that and what you feel about this new world? Tonight we coming in, and what do you know about April 8th? Because we're going to talk about some transitional shit right now, too, man. You know what I'm saying? To switch the vibe real quick, too. But I got to, you know what I mean? I got to do my devil's advocate shit here at the show, too. So I got in terms of ball and your understanding of that, and also April 8th.
It's not ball, it's South.
And paganism. Okay, let's talk about it.
It's not paganism.
As long as it's not disturbing.
Tell us about it. Let's go.
It's spiritualism. It's what our ancestors, whether you were black, brown, white, green, yellow, it's what our ancestors believed in when I want to say communists, saying when these people came and enforced their beliefs on us, they eliminated our true belief and called it, satanic, witchcraft and stuff like that. That was their justification to eliminate our ancestors, And then, we could go biblical if you really want to talk, where they use the Bible itself to justify their murder. So, it goes deep, but at the end of the day,
talk to us and talk to our audience, because like I said, I got to do my devil's advocate shit. So for anybody thinking I'm throwing my day one underneath the bus, that's not what's going on. But I got to be the controversy here at the show. That's why Blue got me over here. So it's part of it. So let's talk.
Well, it goes back. It's just the original people that were on the land before the imperialists got here. We had our own certain beliefs, certain things. These people got here, took over, and it's funny you throw me out there because I was thinking of the illest shit ever.
I'm an empath. I'm an empath too, bro. So
was this? You want to talk about freedom, and you represent a flag. Okay, for all these fools out there, these Trumpies, they're fucking ridiculous. You want to go out here and talk about freedom, but you represent a flag.
Oh yeah, I just said that in a bar too.
No. The flag means that your people are conquered. They've
conquered. I
said
there's a thin blue line between police brutality and the way Nip got hit. That's one of my bars that I just was talking about.
Yeah, we could talk about that. That's a whole nother subject. But anybody talking about they a free citizen, free American, freedom, motherfucker, you are representing the flag, and therefore you are under their control. No matter what, Mexico has a flag, China has a flag, Saudi Arabia has a flag. Who else has a flag?
So let's talk about
Israel. Hold on, Israel has a flag. Palestine, they all have flags. Why do they have a flag?
So here's my question.
What is that?
Can you explain the process for you, using I language, you know what I'm saying? Can you explain the process between sovereignty and freedom? See how I'm converting the show right now? So let's talk about the difference between sovereignty and freedom, and let's talk about how people can achieve their sovereignty in America. Let's do that one time. And if Leidi Tee want to jump on it too, you know what I'm saying? We're all tag team.
Is she with that? Does she know about that?
That's a good question for her too. So it's a round table here. You know what I mean? Everybody gets to speak.
You know about the sovereignty movement?
I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna get my input on this. I'm gonna let you talk.
It's a weird movement. There's a lot of miscalculations, misrepresentations, and all that and whatnot. But if we had to break it down simple, if I had to say it in the most safest way that I can, legally on air right now.
Yeah, don't get the show flagged.
It's basically a way for the United States in the United States, it opens a pathway to, all right, I'll give you a perfect example. You ever go, I don't know where you live, but in San Diego, in California, they have these private communities. They have these weird communities. They're all private. Like, for instance, the polygamists. Polygamous people had their own community where they had children that were underaged and they were doing evil shit, and they should all get beheaded for it, okay? They were doing fucked up shit to children in their own little compound, right? And they had this where, for them, they're oh, you can't come into our community. This is our community. This is our side. Now, the way they were able to shield themselves from that, from the entire, their shit should have got shut down completely, honestly. It didn't. It's because there's clauses in the Constitution that it allows the humans to create free societies within society. So you can create your own free society within this society and all that, and you don't have to follow by the laws of the land that these people make up. They fucking make this shit up. These laws are fake. They're just they're a piece of paper. Like, for instance, the freedom of mobility.
Oh, the Freedom of Mobility Act, yeah.
Wait. Part of freedom of speech is the freedom of mobility. That is in the Constitution.
Which is why Balenciaga was allowed to do what they did to children.
This is why you do not need a registered vehicle. You don't need a license. You don't need a license plate. You don't need none of that shit because you have the freedom of mobility. That means you can take your whip and drive it wherever you need to, and these people cannot stop you, arrest you, take your car. All that shit is illegal, what they're doing to people.
Yeah, so we're talking about...
Now, if you want to be a constitutionalist, that's, according to the Constitution, that is illegal. The cops cannot go and take your car, ask you for your driver's license, this and that bullshit, because you have freedom of mobility. That means I can get from A to B without getting harassed.
That feeds us into the conversation of DOJ coming to Phoenix too, and for the civil rights violations. And I got a question for you too.
Guys, I'm giving you guys just a taste. That's all I'm giving you.
I mean, that's all we got time for. You know what I'm saying? We're going to break it down. We're going to break it down into all parts eventually. But I do want to ask you this, too, is what do you know about 3%ers, and how do you feel particularly about 3%ers using high language and safe language for the show, too? Because, I got to do my job. We got to pay these bills and keep this overhead.
The 3%ers?
Yeah, 3%ers.
There's the 5%ers and there's the 3%ers, right? That's what you're asking about?
So the 3%ers are the people. The 3%ers are the people that carry the flag with the 3 on it, and it says it's basically based off of during the King's tyranny, there was only 3% of colonists basically that stood up against the king. Basically, so there is a new movement. If you're unfamiliar, called the 3%ers. If you're unfamiliar, we'll move along.
I'm not completely informed on that one, but that take, at least from my understanding of the 3%ers, right, are the 3% of the richest people in the nation. And
no, that's a different 3%, and that actually is a 4%.
That's my understanding. There's the 5%ers, 3%ers, 1%ers. It's all kinds. It's all horseshit. Honestly.
Okay, so let's move along. Let's move along topics. I'm gonna step off of that there. But there's a reason why I was asking that too, because we do have some 3%ers too that come to the show. Basically, those are the freedom fighters, if you will, that help us too. So that's the reason why I asked that particularly, because we got to sprinkle these.
Yeah, but when you mention the word percenters,
you're already dipping into political atmosphere, like a street politics, and not just streets. We're talking corporate politics. So now you're talking a whole another level, motherfuckers. You know, it's scary.
We gonna cover these icebergs at this show. You know what I'm saying? That's why we here. That's why we pay these bills. And this is what we do: is we get money out of fucking teaching people knowledge and helping people. Man, this is why Blue and I are allies. This is why you and I are allies, because this is what we do. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to JBlue Divine, teaching people how to be a spiritual gangster, man. Again, you too, Leidi Tee, if you can, check out JBlue Divine, spiritual gangster, and send your prayers and your positive energy to her, man.
You definitely will.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for. Thank you.
The whole sovereignty thing is a way for us, right, to not have to follow by these dictator laws created. You know, or not even dictator. I'll give it a better way. It's an oppressive government. They created it so that they can oppress and suppress our movement. So what we're trying to do is say, excuse my language, but F all that.
No, you're good. You can express yourself freely.
We are going to reverse their movement, their ideology, and reverse the systematic control they have on us. So what they have on us is basically a what's that shit?
Tyrannical oligarchy.
No, it's a concentration camp in the neighborhoods. They've had it on us forever. So, but
expansion of police state, which is why DOJ is coming up.
So they had us in concentration camps for over 1,000 years. They've been in America for over 1,000 years. Don't believe their fucking Columbus story that they got here when they did. That's a lie. They've been here for over 1,000 years, and they had concentration camps. Native Americans and white folks too, black folks, everybody was in them. And then they started to release us and let us vote and let us do bullshit, make us feel like we're a part of something. But when the founding fathers, like everyone, believes in, they created the Constitution. That Constitution was created for all of us. For black people, white people, Asian people, Mexicans, Latinos. It was created for all Americans, the United States specifically, for all of us to win. So now, when they take the Constitution and they make it racist, they're out of their mind. They're losing at the end of the day, because that's not what the Constitution was created for. It's created for all of us to win, because we are all inherited children. All of us, every single child born in America is an inherited child. For billions and quadrillions and trillions of dollars, there is money for that child. That's why they don't trip off giving you welfare. They don't trip off giving you food stamps. They don't trip off of that. That shit ain't nothing. That's peanuts. Right? But they don't want you to know.
Yeah, man, you feeding into the straw man thing here. Like, yeah, we tapping in right now. So let's talk, because this is a whole other episode. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we all got to come back to the JBlue Sanders show, man. This is the reason why I'm Kode Red, investigative street journalist, right? So, to soften the language and the load right now, can you tell us how the paperwork situation is going on at Burdnest right now? What's going on? Tap us into that. Let's go.
Well, the website's up, and we're just trying to get more content onto the website. I'd love to get a stream of what you guys are doing. I can add it to the website. So that's that. We do have a bunch of new young talent in recording. These new kids, they know the internet. They know it better than we do. The youngsters is the future, and I want to embrace the young talent. I I'm not one of those industry cats that are trying to suppress the talent. You know, they don't. The industry, I just want to let it be known, the industry does not care for your talent. They don't care for the youngsters. They don't care for our future. They don't. Until they start changing their ways, that's all I see is them trying to destroy our kids and our future. So we need to fight back for the youngsters. They already fought back. You know, you got 21-year-olds getting 1 million, 6 million views a day. You know, you got 14-year-olds coming out with songs. These kids know how to use the internet even better than we do or the older folks. So I'm like all open, all ears, and you know, we're working with some new cats that are really gonna, you know, they're already propelling. And we're going to propel that movement to where it can make a difference to an extent. You know, everyone wants to be about money. Like, yeah, I make money. Everybody makes money. You know, but what's going on? What can you do to make a difference? That's what counts. You can make all the millions in the world, but what the fuck did you do to make a difference?
Yeah, Elon should be Batman by now, right? And he's
that motherfucker don't care. Like, I mean, I like Elon, but damn, like, your cars are getting called back by the millions. Like, we're realizing that solar technology could only produce a number. Like, we can go into that. That's a whole nother thing
too, because then we're getting into melanocytes, and I just seen them. I got some information on that the other day about melanocytes and them stripping melanin out of black people and shit like that. And it's a whole rabbit hole that we might not have time to go down right now. But we will be covering these types of things on both Lone Wolf Radio and the JBlue Sanders.
Yeah, that's all theoretical. I mean, that's a lot of it is facts, but a lot of it is theoretical too, because a lot of what your body will express outward is what you intake. So you intake, you know, certain vitamins and certain things, your body will react and it will, you know, externalize that. So that's why whatever you take, you know, it's like me drinking right now. I drink and I get buzzed and I talk shit. I'm faded. You know, that's what I think.
But we're functional addicts, so we're consistent. You know? But here's the question too: is again, I want to reiterate, I want to harp on it a little bit. Is how is the paperwork situation going on at Modern X? What are we doing with that? Can you tell our viewers a little bit about that? Let's go.
Well, we're gonna have deals on the table for artists and stuff like that, you know. And then we also want to start a more creational line. So if you got products that you create, like health and wellness, beauty products, you want to listen. Like, we want to take that in consideration, because we also want to create products that will benefit people and you know, like a natural cure for stuff that, you know, they wouldn't even want me saying we're talking about right now. But it's about to come out. It's a lot of natural cures coming out. The government's not going to want it. They hate us for it. But they're going to have to give in. I mean, their kids might catch something, their parents, you know, and they need a cure. And there's got to be cures instead of medicine. And we do focus on that as well. But as far as artists coming out, we got compilations coming out. I'm dropping a solo album. You know, I know Jay Wills is working on some stuff. And then we're doing compilations. So if you got a hot song you want to distribute and send over, we got you. And we're just going to focus on awareness and marketing. Like, anybody can come out with the song, but how are you going to market it?
That's definitely why we got to utilize these vehicles with each other, and definitely why I'm into cross-platform and cross-pollination as well. Because while we got this beautiful butterfly, Miss Leidi Tee over here, you know what I'm saying?
A lot of it is calling these people out, calling them out, call them up. So what's up, DJ such and such? How come you don't play local music? How come every time on my way home, I got to hear some artists all the way in New York, and I'm in Cali?
Oh yeah, we're getting to that point. As soon as I'm done developing shit, this audio fentanyl shit with Bird, and because Bird's audio mapping everything right now, so that's what's good right now is our quality is going up, and Bird's audio mapping a lot of shit.
The independent movement is going to be so huge this year. I promise you, these FM stations are going to have to comply with us. We're not going to comply with them. Hey, we've been trying to for the last 20 years, and you know this, Jay. We've been trying to, and what do? They shove us to the side, and they put some trash fucking music out there.
Man, since the first flyer that I got from Orco that said "fuck the industry" on it when I was in middle school, before I even knew you guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, you know what's crazy too is in terms of quality. I want to say this too because like everybody's excuse be like, oh, the quality's not good enough, which is why I'm glad that Burdnest is here. But Orco has records that went from TDK to streaming on fucking YouTube Music right now, bro. And I know because within the last couple of weeks I've been listening to these types of records, and they're still selling, even though they're very, if you will, for a moment, like lo-fi copies. You know what I'm saying? That's like, it's just pushing the selling.
I'll tell you, it's just interesting, very interesting political take on it. And I might get fucking blackballed, but I don't care.
No, we got you.
Going in the industry that would not have been created if it wasn't for Oracle.
Tell us, let's go.
What's that group? William, Will. What's that producer? Come on, y'all, help me out.
Oh, you talking about Mike Will Maybe?
Yeah. Will I Am.
Oh, Will I Am, yeah.
Will I Am. That motherfucker would not exist if it wasn't for Oracle, and they snuffed Oracle, put him under the fucking seat. I'll put this shit on paper right now.
It's very real because even me myself, I've been watching how they're watching us.
Oracle was Will I Am's mentor.
They're watching us like.
I'll put that on the news tomorrow.
They're watching us definitely.
How much I believe.
Bro, me and Bird did a song recently that we haven't even aired, my nigga, and it was funny to me how my feed switched after we did the fucking song, bro. It was odd to me, nigga. And we know that growing up, Sicarish, shout out Sicarish, Nocturnal was creeping through our system too. So, because there's industrial hackers, and Nocturnal happens to be one of those guys. So that's odd, bro. That's another rabbit hole that I don't want to go down.
Will I Am. Another thing I could say, there wouldn't be no gangster rap without Gangsta Earn. Because
shout out up against it, nigga.
Gangsta Earn was on the verge. He already signed with Death Row.
Shout out to Missy Slick, shout out Black Mikey, Damu, niggas like that. Cricket too.
Especially Rest in Heaven. He was signed with Death Row. He was already doing shit about to blow with Dre and all that back in the days when it very, very, very. I mean, Gangsta Earn was putting out tracks in the late 80s. Like, I'm talking about way back when it first started.
Yeah, up against it.
Earn was supposed to be the Snoop Dogg or you could even say Tupac theoretically of Espo, but he died.
You so quiet, Blue. Feed into this shit. Let's go.
No, I'm listening. I'm right here. I'm just waiting until y'all wrap this. I'm waiting until y'all wrap it up. I'm right here.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, feed into all y'all feed into this. Let's go. That's the energy in the room is eclectic, and I thank y'all for being a part of my experience and allowing me to be a part of yours. That's first the fuck off. And I also want to reiterate to anybody that I'm a peer support specialist in this culture. So if anybody needs that, I would rather that you call Blue and get in contact with him, looking for me, than I'll fucking read about you in a news article or in a t-shirt somewhere, man. 100.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this music shit is crazy. I'ma just say it. They've been biting us, stealing our shit, taking our talent since the beginning. The industry has always been following the underground. They always take whatever we make and turn it into pop or whatever. I'm a pop artist. Don't get me wrong. I do pop music. I love pop music. But the way these industry cats is doing it, and they've been doing it, and it's a silly thing when you have these people with the 50 years of hip-hop talking about where's hip-hop, where's it now? What did you do to contribute other than your songs? How many artists did you put out? Other than Wu-Tang, other than real motherfuckers who put out the youngsters, who did you put out? So you got the nerve to talk shit about the hip hop industry when the youngsters who got super talent, they're doper than me. I'm like right here recording these kids, and the difference is with me is I want to elevate those kids. I want them to be in front of me because that's hip hop culture surviving. And these fools want to talk about hip hop is dead. Y'all killed hip hop because I don't want to really say no names because then the motherfuckers can really be mad. But any industry artist you could think of now, when was the last youngster they put on?
I think the last artist that I can think of that's young that really had an influence that we haven't heard from would be YB and Kode.
No. I'm talking about an older hip-hop head, an original hip-hop creator, like the KRS Ones and all these.
So that would be the same thing. Would be Snoop with it would be Snoop with Bow Wow.
I'll say Fat Joe on the air. When was the last time these fools
P and Lil Romeo
put out some real raw?
We can't talk about that. That's his family.
That's another thing too. Was P with Romeo? Yeah.
We can't talk about that because that's his family. No, we talking about.
Actually, no. You know what? I'll give you a current example right now. Since Dago's in the fucking building heavy too, and niggas might not like my response, but I'm gonna keep it real. Twisted Insane with the Sun. That's an example of that. Twisted Insane with Lil Twisted.
No, it's not.
Lil Twisted came out with Nightmare now.
It is not. Twisted Insane is my age.
Right, we're not talking about no one like. We're talking about an old head. We're talking about an OG.
An old school person.
Yeah.
Putting on a youngster. When was the last time? You can't even think of one.
You can't, because they taking out the OGs. A lot of them they're taking. Well, yeah, because a lot of them are dying. I mean, they even taking out some of the youngsters that were OGs, like MC Hustle. They took out Coolio. These were some of the people that were putting on some of these youngsters and telling them what's really going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you see my point, right?
Yeah, I got you.
You see my point?
Yes, sir.
I'm not trying to be a dick here, but don't be over here talking about what happened to hip-hop when you let the industry people put out this weird shit that's out now. I think Ja Rule was trying to warn us too about the whole, you know what I'm saying? Like even him,
I don't want to get into that conversation either because I don't want the show to get fucking banned.
Ja Rule was what we call in the hood. In the hood, we call him the setup guy. The one who's gonna take the hit. So when we do a move, let's say we got two different trucks passing, right? we need one truck to get caught while the other one gets away.
Yeah.
And Ja Rule was the one who got caught. And I hate to say it that way, but that's how the industry works. It's weird. But they do that shit. They want to push their agenda. I lost too many homies. Too many little homies to fentanyl and all this drug push. It's got to end one way or the other. And
well, the answer is audio fentanyl. That's what we're working on here too. Is we're doing a lot of mental wellness with Bird, and we're doing a lot of mental wellness with Kyler Davenport, and a lot of mental wellness with JBlue. And for now, that's all we can do.
I hate to say it because I've met a lot of these idols, a lot of these people that everyone looks up to, and all these legends. Them motherfuckers wouldn't even shake your hand, homie. They're
Okay.
that good. They're
So
that
I can
great.
relate to that right there.
No, to me, that was an insult, bro.
So I can,
At
yeah.
any given time, we could battle rap right now. I'll battle rap any rap legend you claim is a rap legend. I'll battle rap them right now. Because that's me. I'm going to talk shit about your moms, your auntie, your grandma, and your dad.
Oh, yeah.
Battle rap, because I don't do this written shit. I'm on freestyle.
Let's let Blue say what he was going to say. Let's get into that right now.
So,
what were you going to say, Blue?
okay. So the freestyle thing. Okay, the battle rap. We talked about that earlier. We said that battle rap was like what we talked about what that meant or what that means. So you give me your definition what battle rap is. You tell me you give me your definition, Kode Red, and Leidi Tee, you give me your definition of battle rap, and I'll give you mine. Somebody go first. Anybody?
Shinobi, come on, let's go.
I'll say, he didn't say me, but I'll say battle rap is freestyle or written. Whatever you got, most shit you can talk, whether it's memorized or freestyle. And that was the greatest thing about Disaster back in the days, or there's a few others that could just spontaneously freestyle, but still go back to talking shit. I mean, to me, whichever way you can talk shit to win.
So you think you saying that freestyle could be freestyle off the spur of the moment, and it could be written.
No, not freestyle, but just the battle itself. So, like, if you're battling someone, because I always told the best battle rappers are the ones who can freestyle, because they'll spit their written shit. They might forget that they still got to spit. You forgot your lines. You better spit still. Everyone's looking at you. The ones who choke, that you lost. But there was times that, Disaster forgot his lyrics in the middle of the battle.
Be stuck like Cannabis standing there. Or like your man's Freeway talking about put a beat on.
Yeah, it's just like you have to be able to do both to be an ultimate battle rapper. And I know there are a lot out there. They're stupid. There's battle rappers that make both. Like, they start their shit off with the freestyle, and then they go to the shit they wrote, and they just demolish people. Like, when I was growing up, you didn't have all that. You didn't have the luxury come up with written shit. But now these kids do it, but I appreciate it. I love it. It definitely adds to the culture, and I appreciate battle rap scene for sure.
I'm an example of that personally because back in the days, Marcos and all the gang loved my freestyle a lot more than my written. And then when I was 16, my brother brought me into the culture of fucking shout out to Big Slim, man. Brought me into the culture of writing and made sure that we were on ASCAP and things of that nature. And so for the last, I don't know, let's say I'm 44, so let's say, what's that, 24 years? For the last 24 years, give or take, my craft has been poured into mostly my written. And say it takes 10,000 hours to be, a master ADAP to anything. That's what I would say. So, and I'm gonna say the same thing as both Bird and Shinobi said. I think freestyle and written is both acceptable in a battle, but I think that the best fusion of artists comes from being able to possess tactics of improvisation and being able to modify the blicky on the spot though. You know what I'm saying? That's the real shit. Shit, we was back in the days in the lab. We spit literally for 72 hours, huh, Shinobi? 3 days a day.
It would be we're doing entire albums freestyling,
Yeah, back to back.
Grew up though, but nowadays I respect the pen game. The pen game is ridiculous now. To where I even could be damn, I can't even. I would be more scared to battle an underground rapper and to battle any of these industry cats.
Let's talk about the delusion too.
So my thing on the my thing, I pretty much feel the same way about it. It's just all about the spur of the moment, on the top of your head. But I do got an exception to the writing thing. Now, if you freestyling and writing can be two different things, but sometimes you can freestyle and write it down, and that was one of the things that I took advantage of. Was I would freestyle something and then I would write it down and then I would go record it in the studio. But I don't think that's really considered battle rap. But yeah, there's I have a lot of freestyles that are not really written. They're just I just written it down because I freestyled it, and I just said, oh, I recorded it, and I took it, write it down, and now it's a freestyle that's been written. So, but yeah, battle rap is interesting. Yeah. What you think, Leidi Tee?
Man, battle rapping is definitely shit talking, and I go back to when it comes freely with me because I grew up during an era when, people in the hood used to roast each other's moms. Y'all remember that shit? Your mama's so fat, your mama's so dumb, all that shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You gotta play the dozens. If you don't play the dozens, then you're gonna get roasted, my nigga. That's
right. So, you had to always have, quick comebacks. So, I'm quick on my feet, and that's why people can't out shit talk me for real. But, when it comes to battle rap, I think that for the most part, freestyle is good, but a little written with that helps it to go even harder. The thing that makes you not forget the shit that you're going to talk is basically with me, when you're basing a lot of shit that's coming from your head off of facts, because those facts never leave your mind. So if you can snap back with facts, you would never forget the shit that you were going to originally say to ask. So it's easier to talk shit when you have facts behind that shit.
Yeah, for real.
So if I ever know something about you, you're gonna hate that I know it.
Well, there's a difference between so everybody, don't tell Leidi Tee your secrets.
Oh no, she said if you don't think you know your secret, she knows it. That's what she said.
That's why I said that. So look, there's a difference between expression and impression, and there's a difference between positive verbology and negative verbology. And I don't want to go huge into it, but I want to talk about the snowflake thing, where words are good words are said to one snowflake and bad words are said to another, or the plants, the Japanese experiments with plants and shit like that. So it's about shifting energy in a battle too, though. You know what I'm saying? And some of these shits is real serious. Some of them, rest in peace, people like SL500 or anyone else like that, Pat Say even too, that we may or may not have lost to this culture because of what may or may not have been said. Because that's some serious shit too, boy.
Well, see, SL was that type, though. He's a freestyle genius, rest in heaven. He was a freestyle genius, but he went to the battle ready with bars, and it's like Homegirl said, that fool will study you for 2 months, dog. he'll know, everything about you. And that's where it comes in, where she was saying you got to multiply both together, where, I got hits on you. I ain't forgot them hits, but I'm still going to squeeze in a few freestyles or whatever and some other bars. You hear battle rappers literally repeating their last battle to someone else. And that gets, pretty sad. Bro, we heard you spit that back. They get desperate. They forget their lines and they start rapping their last battle. And it's bro, that's reaching, But the best, me, I was a judge for these battle raps, right? And after their battle raps, we'd have sessions outside. And I would sit there, humiliate every single battle rapper, even the winner, just freestyling. We go for an hour straight. What you got, homie? They start choking. So that's where, okay, you might have won somebody, rapping everything you got. But when you rap it, period, out on the block, on the street corner, you ain't got shit. And that's 90% of the industry, too. All these artists that everyone looks up to, none of them could rap in real life. Let's be honest. Put them on the spot to spit right now. They can't. And it's sad, but that's the way the game works. That's part of, but the raw ones, the most talented ones, are the ones who could do both, to me.
I was thinking maybe, so back to the whole, I don't know if you heard about this, but I was just explaining to Kode Red earlier that Snoop Dogg has shaded the Grammys because he has been nominated 16 times, but he ain't received no Grammys. So what do you think? What do you feel about Snoop? Do you think Snoop was a dope battle rapper, or do you think, why do you think he hasn't been received a Grammy yet, or been,
I feel that Snoop was not necessarily a good battle rapper.
That's okay.
I don't even think he's an MC. I think Snoop is a good rapper, and I think he was able to do what a lot of few people haven't been able to do, which is exude a personality that is able to change the energy and the atmosphere around him and bring him a lot of money. But as far as the MC of the crew of the DPG, for me, that's Corrupt. Corrupt is the one in the cookie with a battle.
All right, but back to the homie's question, I was actually nominated. I've been through the process. I got 15 picks, best album award, all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell you guys the real deal behind that thing. The real deal behind it is this. Every single recording, I don't care if they get mad at me, but I'm going to tell you guys the scoop. So every single Recording Academy member has to vote on their genre. There's about, I think, 13,000 voters. I think maybe now 15,000. So they all have to vote on their genre, but they get 2 extra votes on a subgenre that's not there. So, let's say you got, what's his name, Kid Rock, since he's all popular now, the fucking fuckery, right? So let's say Kid Rock, he's a Recording Academy member, and he could only vote on the rock shit, but he got 2 votes to vote on anything he decides, classical, country, whatever. So let's say he decides to take his vote to the rap side. So this is what happened. People don't realize, what was that kid's name? The one that had the song about, it was his man, but I'll give it to you in a simpler way. So let's say Snoop Dogg was on the ballot, and then there was another person on the ballot. The country side and the heavy metal side can all vote one extra category and they happen to vote on the rap category just to smudge Snoop Dogg off. That's why you'll have some weird, fuckery, whack artist beat Kendrick Lamar, because everyone joined forces from the country music and the rock music and the classical music, and they all decided to vote against Kendrick Lamar for that one extra category. I think they get two, but let's just say just one out of the two they choose to vote in the hip hop side, just like the hip hop side can choose to vote for the rock side. You know, that's how Recording Academy works. You know, I was represented for over 3 years by Recording Academy members. They were my managers and everything. So that's
more of the story is
that's
don't
where
get out of shit that you're not supposed to be involved in.
That's the weirdest thing. They probably get mad. I don't care. Honestly, I'll tell you guys the truth. But that's how it works. So not only if you're a rap artist and you get picked top 5, you gotta be in good with the country singers. You gotta be in good with the heavy metal guys, or the classical guys, or the Spanish, or whatever side. And you get good enough with a few of those members, they're gonna vote for you on the rap when they get that 2 extra votes. They're gonna vote for you, and that's how you tip the scale, and you could beat, you know, somebody people think that you shouldn't have won, you know. But that's how the Recording Academy works. Not everyone, remember, who runs the Grammys? The Recording Academy. Okay? And I know a few of them. They're partners of mine. And I love them to death, but I'm still going to tell them the truth. I'm telling people the truth. That's the way it works. So that's why you'll see one person win over someone else. So, like, let's say, Jay-Z got all his voters for Jay-Z, but he promises Garth Brooks that he's going to win. So he tells Garth Brooks, all my guys are going to vote for you. So all your country guys vote for me. And it's all some fucking weird political game. It's not, it's no longer about who has the best song. You
That's
know?
facts. I think hip hop hasn't been about that for a long time. Though.
Wow.
But you have to understand, it's not hip hop. It's the country people and the rock people and the classical. They get one extra vote to vote on a different genre. So then they choose hip hop. So then so it's a numbers game. We got X amount of votes. So if these people vote, that's the numbers game, and they all kind of fuck off the voting system here. And they can manipulate it to where they get their person. That's why there was when Kendrick Lamar lost the first time, everyone was pulling their hairs, like, how they lose? How did he lose? He lost to the most garbage rapper on the planet the first time around. I'm sorry, I don't want to say his name, but it was so garbage. I was like, how did Kendrick lose?
That's another thing, too, though. Kendrick's had a lot of political shit. Kendrick's had a lot of political shit. That's the thing, too, is Kendrick's had a lot of political shit. And whenever we, as indigenous people, whenever we indigenous people say something, then we have some issues that we brush against.
They play those games. That's why Snoop probably never won. He did not get the countryside, the Nashville, Tennessee people. He did not get those people on his side.
That's the reason why Old Town. That's the reason why Old Town Road too, though.
It's crazy, man, because it's crazy because all those people that Snoop got behind him, I can't believe he ain't got no country people behind him, you know. But it's like, I'm not saying he don't either. He probably do, but you know, it's crazy, right? Like Nipsey Hussle, it was like a youngster. He got his first 2 Grammys after he died right away. It's like they gonna start.
Yeah,
They gonna wait till Snoop died to give him all these Grammys. That's fucked up too. I mean, like, I see why.
Well, they waited 50 years to give hip hop its own celebration. Let's be honest.
Yeah, they do. They always do that, man.
50 years, like it's not. It's a game, bro. And I just want to let you guys know, it's a power struggle. For the first, it's a power struggle. The second thing is, we don't know where their mind's at, and the more you see in the media, the more racist shit, the more shit we start seeing, we're going to start questioning, like, wait, where is everyone at? Where's your mind at? You know what I'm saying? And I hate to say, I don't think it has nothing to do with racism, especially the Grammys. It's not racism. With the Grammys, it's more either what's selling and what's popular, or what can they manipulate.
Well, they
I hate to say it that way.
No, that's another thing too, and that does feed into politics, and it does feed into again, as I caveated, because everybody knows, like, that's how we wrap up shows here too. Particularly me and Blue are really, really good at that. We'll feed these issues back through the show for you guys, and moderate the energy that way.
I really do hope I shine the light on the whole Grammy thing, because it is same thing I found out with the movie awards and all that. It's the same thing. But with the Grammys, they give every genre. So, like, if you're a music producer, and let's say you're a Recording Academy member, you have to vote in that genre, tech music, right? But you get an extra 2 votes on a different genre. So that's how they're able to kind of cheat certain rappers and certain artists out of it. So if some reason I made it to the Grammy Awards and I was top 5, I've made it to the Grammy ballot, but I didn't make it to the award. That's another thing people don't realize. The Grammy ballot has about 50 albums and 50 artists and 50 songs. So it's the top 50 that they choose, and then it's the top 6 or 5 that make it on TV. So I didn't make it on TV because I wasn't top 5.
Also, moral of the story, you can't fight a system unless you fight it from the inside.
Top 50, that's when it becomes a game, like, and they'll do it. They'll be like, they might vote for me just to be like, God, I want to vote for him. And I mean, we don't know, but every day that they are, it's a secretive thing when it comes to recording Academy. I love you guys, but you guys are too secretive. Okay, so even to join as a Recording Academy member, it's a secret. Okay, in fact, their members are a secret. You know? So, I mean, I love the Recording Academy. They're nothing but legends. Trust me, a lot of them are very good, humble, loving people. But they need to get out of this secretive hole they're in. Like, we need to just put it out in public. Let the people decide. And honestly, I'm sorry. I'm 40 years old, about to still keep rapping, but I don't expect to win a Grammy, dog. If I do, great. If that ain't my goal, I'm just gonna do tracks. But if you're like still hoping and wishing and all this, you gotta do a lot of homework when it comes to that, and it's a little more complicated than people think. But the homie's right. It's all about favoritism. Yeah. It's all about favorites. You vote for me, I vote for you, and that's how they clutter everyone else.
Let's de-escalate the show. You ready to go, Blue? You ready to go?
Yeah. We got a few more minutes. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Don't forget. I'm your host, JBlue Sanders, and you're listening to the DJ Blue Radio, the JBlue Show, live on Spreaker.com. Actually, this is on demand. Y'all have to check this out on demand. It's not live, but y'all got anything to say before we wrap this up?
I'm your co-host, Kode Red, in the building. Shout out to West Coast Mafia, Better Order. We waiting on that old Better Order mixtape to come out. Shout out to Modern X. Who else? Cosmic Assembly. If I forgot y'all, I'm BSing not even showing. I'm tired right now. Oh, Burdnest. Who else? That's it. Black Wall Street. Everybody in the building, follow me at Ronin. RONIN.MALITIA on TikTok, and again, shout out to Hills Cartel. Let's go.
All right, who's next?
Just want to thank y'all for having me on the show. It was a pleasure to be here, and I enjoyed it, honestly.
All right.
Come back anytime you
guys. Thank you guys for having me. Much love and respect and power to yourself. And remember, self-empowerment.
Family, come back anytime. Where can we view your socials at? And can you shout out the Modern X website as well? Do that for us, please. Do us that courtesy.
Just Modern X, Facebook page, you know what I mean? And the website, check us out.
Okay, all right. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks for sharing that. We appreciate your time. Everybody, will be right back after these messages. Don't forget to tune in, DJ Blue Radio, the JBlue Show, and we are out. Peace. Happy Black History Month.